Hello everybody, it's Big Fizz here. I'm going to be doing a deck tech on one of my more, I would say douchey decks. Um, I call them Ass Wipe Oloro, pretty much because you're just going to be wiping the board and countering spells until you can stall it for your win cons. I chose Oloro because he's really good. He's kind of a card draw engine on himself when you get on the field, and gaining 2 life returns pretty good. When I said Ass Wipe, I really mean Ass Wipe. I run a decent sized counterspell package. Discombobulate, let you look around. Ever since the changes to the Tuck rule, I'm thinking about changing out Spell Crumble and Hinder for some other ones. Render Silent does a good job at stopping a lot of things. Rewind is a free counterspell pretty much in every commander game. Good old counterspell itself. Dissipate, and then a good old remand for someone that taps out for something. The counter spells always do work, all the time. But when I say I wipe the board, I really mean I wipe the board. Wrath of God, Merciless Eviction, Winds of Wrath, Rout, which was actually, I really enjoy Rout. Paying 7 for an instant speed board wipe is really nice. Severe the Bloodline can be a board wipe, or it can also just be a removal. I usually use it just to clear off tokens, because someone always plays tokens. Supreme Verdict. Friction Rebirth gives you a big fat dude. Good old Terminus. The new Crux of Fate. Not very many people are going to be running be running dragons unless you're going up against a dragon deck, then still pretty good. Sunscour can actually be free if you need it in a pinch. Let me see if I can get that to... there you go. You may remove 2 white cards in your hand from the game rather than paying its cost, so you could probably ditch 2 of the board wipes just to get this off for free if you really needed to. Day. Cyclonic Rift I consider a board wipe, even though it's a complete clear. End Hostilities. Varied Retribution. This hits Planeswalkers too, which is really nice. Another instant speed one as well. And then Damnation. I also like to have a couple spot removal spells. I only run 2 of them. One is Utter End, just because it just targets anything, it's for anything. And then good old Swords. Yeah, I'll let you have some life, no big deal. In order to run and get all these board wipes and stuff, you gotta dig. So I like to use these cards to dig. Factor Fiction. Etherrot Page is really good with the next card that's coming up. Is Dark Tutelage. Dark Tutelage does damage equal... you get to draw another card, basically a bob and a stick. Etherrot Page lets you set that up, or it just kind of helps negate it a little bit later if you draw a big, like 7 cost spell. Gain 2 more life, so you'll be gaining 4 life a turn if you choose that mode. Treasure Cruise, always good. Brainstorm. Frank Search is free. Blue Sun, Recurrence. Well of Ideas was one of my favorite cards printed from the new Commander decks. Lets you draw 2 cards. Doesn't get much hate, because it lets other people draw cards as well. But you get to draw 2 to their 1. So, I mean, for 6 is kind of steep, but with this, the way this deck runs, it really doesn't matter. And then Ristic Study. My creature base isn't very heavy. I'd like to use Thassa to scry, especially, like I said, when you get a Dark Tutelage out. Also can turn into a creature pretty quickly. Snapcaster, kind of obvious there. Duskman Seer is another it's another Bob, pretty much. Except it works for each player. So I've actually killed a couple of people with Duskmantle Seer on board using one of my win cons, which was Rites of Replication. So you Duskmantle Seer, writes it, and then you get what, 5 plus the original. That's 6 triggers of Duskmantle Seer. So it gets ridiculous. I run Notion Thief in case someone wants to be a dickbag and try and run out a bunch of cards, draw a whole bunch of cards. It's also pretty much a draw spell too, so you just wait till someone tries to like Blue Sun or Stroke of Genius or something in a turn and draw it up. Solemn, let you fix, draw, just an all-around good card. Solemn. Teferi is sets up for the win con, also gets a lot of hate. And then Duplicate lets you eat stuff. It's kind of like a sword, kind of. Gotta have synergy cards in there too. So Merchant Scroll lets me look for a lot of things. The main one it lets me look for is Cyclonic Rift. Stifle can stop some infinite combos. Temporal lets you get there. Unburial Rites lets you get a little bit more recurrence because I really like Unburial Rites. It's one of my favorite cards. Just the recurrence and the fact that it goes straight to the battlefield. Temporal Mastery. Mana Short. I like to use this one to try and tap out the opposing player that's running counter spells before I try and combo off and win. Sculpting Steel lets you pretty much be awesome. And then Clever Impersonator, which I haven't had a lot of play with this card, but being able to copy anything on the board for 4, that's pretty solid. Aside from the Planeswalkers I run, I consider these my other win cons. Like I said before, Rites of Replication, self-explanatory. Capsize. You just capsize 4 or 5 things in a turn. Buyback, just rinse, repeat. Like I said, ass wipe. And then Lumark Ascension can get out of control really fast. And that's just a win con right there. The Planeswalkers I run in this deck. I run the Elspeth. This is from the dual decks. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Ashiok is a win con as well. She's pretty saucy, especially when you can negative X something really awesome, like I don't know, negative X like a Crater Hoof or an Eldrazi or something. The new Narset actually lets me dig quite a bit, and the -2 gives a rebound. So if I want to be casting a Frantic Search, rebound it, Frantic Search again, really good. Ugin, this card kind of runs as both a board wipe and a win con. The -X is really good for Commander games because you basically run them out, wipe the board, then you just start lightning bolting things. This is from the dual decks as well. This was the blue Commander Teferi. His emblem is ridiculous. I don't see mono blue. I don't see it being very fun. So I decided to throw him in here. Good old Tameo. And then another Elspeth, Knight Errant. The rest of the cards that I run are mana rocks and lands, just to get there. A lot of lands. Good old Chromatic Lantern helps fix quite a bit. I need to get a Celestial Colony is also another win con as well. It's a land win con. Slow, but it gets there. Anyways, that's my deck tech for my Asswipe Oloro. If you want to be a dickbag, go ahead and copy it. Just go ahead and run it against your friends, see how much they hate you. Like I said, I'm going to have to switch out the counter spells because of the new errata for Commander. No more tucking. Hinder and Spell Crumble turned off a lot of decks. But now we just gotta find other ways around it. So, the plight of the blue player. Anyways, if you like this, have any comment suggestions, if you have any anything you want to say, go ahead and leave it in the comment box below. This is Big Fizz. Just remember to stay strong and game on.